Hi guys, how is everybody? I'm just going in with my primer. I love this stuff. It feels like a moisturizer almost. It feels so good. So I'm going in with it real quick while we wait on a couple of people to hop on. You guys ever tried this primer, you'd love it, especially if you have dry skin. It feels so good. And if you're oily, we got one for that too. But see how it's not greasy, but it really does feel good on your skin. And I have large pores like right through here, so that's why I go ahead and put that on there. If you have large pores or fine wrinkles or anything like that, this fills them in, and then it, when you put your makeup on over top, it won't seep into those wrinkles. Good stuff. And like I said, we have one for moisturizing and one for oily skin. So if you're dry, oily, normal, we've got one for it. All right, so that's the VFX Pro Camera Ready Primer, and I'm going to use the Camera Ready Foundation today. This has got almost like reflectors in it. So like when the light hits your skin, instead of like soaking up, it bounces back off. So this is like really good if you're going to have your pictures made, or if you want like it's almost like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Filter in a bottle, I guess. So it's really like in person going to make you look like you have a filter on your skin, because it like really wipes everything out. So I'm going to use that one today, show you guys. And I'm going to introduce myself just in case I have anybody that hasn't watched me before. My name is Tanya Williams, and I am a beauty influencer with Famasi. Love it. Love all of our products. I started in May with them, and I love so far everything. I think I've ran across maybe one product that I'm really not so much into, but other than that, I love everything I've tried. So yeah, I'm pretty honest about if I think something's good or not. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna promote it. You know what I mean? So I just don't do it. I just put my lip conditioner on, and I stay dehydrated. So now I gotta bite the piece of skin off my lip. I go through this stuff. If you guys have watched me, you know. I love it. Love it. One of my favorites. If you don't wear makeup, you need it. If you wear makeup, you need it. If you have lips, you need it. It's good. And I'm still drinking coffee. I've been sipping coffee all morning, doing some posting and getting my stuff ready. So I'm just going to shake this up. And let me find my brush. I had all my brushes and stuff out yesterday. I was playing. Now I gotta put it all back where I need it. Okay. So, like I said, this is the VFX. Love it. So good. And I just put it on a kabuki brush like this one. You can put it on with a beauty blender if you wanted. I like doing it with the kabuki brush. I think that's my favorite way to do it. And then if you need to go back in with your beauty blender, you can. I'm gonna try to get my hair out of the way. I've not been live for a little while. I hadn't realized it had been a few days, but time just gets away, you know. And I'm trying to get my health back on track, so. But look how easy that covers. And that was only like one little squirt. So, and it's buildable. So, this is probably one of my favorite. This one and the CC cream. I love both of these. The CC cream is super good if you have redness, which I do. But the VFX kind of gives you more of a foundation feel, I guess. Where the CC cream is more of a, it's got a color corrector and it's more like a moisturizer with a color corrector. But it does give you good coverage too. Okay, I'm going to put just a little bit more on there. And then if you're oily, we have one called Stay Matte. And it actually has, let me see. I forgot what it's called. And I can't see it. I'm blind, y'all. Sebum control. That's what it is. So it actually, when you put it on, if you're oily, it helps control the oil that your skin produces so that you won't be so oily. So we've got basically something for everybody as far as foundations go. When you guys hop on, say hello. Let me know you're watching. Come chat with me. I'm bored. I need somebody to talk to. I've got a lot of scarring down here, so I'm just going to add a little bit more. This is where I break out a majority of the time. Sorry, I got a text. I don't know why. I've heard it's hormonal. So, I don't know if that's quite it or what, but that's where I break out. Let me turn my sound down real quick. Just in case. I don't want that blowing up the whole time. But see how it, I mean, you can see through your skin with it, but it's really buildable. And if, like, I've got freckles and all that stuff, so, and I've got this light turned up like really, really high. And I don't go like under here. I don't put a lot of foundation because I'm getting older. And if you're getting older and you don't want that creasing to happen, you don't want to put a bunch of foundation because you want to go under it with a more of a thinner consistency product. I like using our liquid concealer, and I just go under a little bit, not a lot. And I'm just going to barely, and this is going to brighten too. So if you've got like dark circles or anything like that, you can put it under here. And that'll really help lighten you up. And then I get my beauty blender damp and it swells up like crazy. These things are so good though. And then you want to pat it. You don't want to rub. You just want to easily tap it. Be real gentle. Anytime you're under your eyes right here, you want to be super easy and gentle. Because it's like the thinnest skin. So you don't want to like go crazy, you know? And I'm bad about that. I'm really hard on the skin. Like bang, bang, bang. But I'm trying to change my ways. Put just a little bit. Anywhere you want to highlight. I love this product. The stick, we have a stick, and I'm honestly not too crazy about the stick one. I love the liquid. Now, if you're younger and you probably want a more creamier concealer, then yeah, I'd go with this stick. But if you're like me and just want something to brighten with, then I would definitely hit the liquid one up. I think I like it better. And I just do that right down the middle. And then right underneath here. And that just brightens everything up. And I'm so light complected, it's hard to do that. I mean, that's the lightest concealer that we have. But where I'm so light complected, I mean, if you're darker skinned, that's really going to make it pop more than what it's going to show on me. So keep that in mind when you're doing it. Hi, Laura. How are you? How are you, my friend? Have you blown away yet? This wind is crazy. next I'm going to go in with our transparent powder. And everywhere that I put that concealer, I'm going to put this powder. I'm just going to tap it on there. I don't rub. I had to go yesterday for a ultrasound of my thyroid. It was a little bit enlarged when I went to the doctor, so she was just making sure it was okay. Oh my goodness, that wind was awful yesterday. And then last night it just seemed like it got worse. It was crazy. And then of course you can't never find parking when you're freezing. So I had to walk forever, it seemed like. And that wasn't fun. And then of course I get halfway through the parking lot and this lady pulls out and I'm like, oh, why? Because she was right up front. I was like, if I had just been 1 minute later, I could have got that good spot. You gotta go to the doctor too. Hope everything's okay. All right, let me do my brows here. I'm trying, I'm still working on it, but it's been rough. It's been rough. Okay, now I've been using, this is the brow powder, and then this is the brow pomade. This one is more like a liquid shadow kind of, and this is just more like a powder. But what I do is I dip into this one, and then I dip into this one, and use them that way. And I love it. I have found that it is so easy to do it that way. And so that's my go-to right now. I was using a pencil. And I love our pencils too, but I think I really like this. And I use just a real short angled brush. And I do it just like that. And then I just kind of fill in what I need without going overly crazy. I've been trying to let them grow so I can kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Shape them the way I want and need to, because they're so messed up. So I've been like trying to leave them alone. So they're getting a little bit crazy, but I'm trying to do that before I get back in there and touch them. Because I get to plucking at them and then I get too much. And so I'm trying to fix them. In the front, I just kind of tip my brush up a little bit. Because you don't want the front really, really like, what's the word? I'm losing my words, y'all. You don't want it dark. Let's just stick to easy words. Dark. Easy words. But this stuff is so easy to work with. I was always kind of afraid of it because you're more free-handed with the brush. So I always was kind of more leaning toward the pencil. But now that I've started doing them with the brush, I think it's easier. And don't be afraid of it, because it took me a little while to get it to where I felt comfortable doing them. And just play with it. And you're going to mess up. You're not going to like them. They're not going to be the same. I still do it all the time, but I think I'm getting better at it. So practice makes perfect. Just don't be afraid to try it. And your brows really do like define your whole face. So you don't want to skip out on them or let them get all bushy and not take care of them, because it really does make a difference. Okay. And I'm going to go back in with this one, I think. And I like to just set them. So I just take that fluffy brush and tap it off. And then I just kind of pat, and that'll help them stay, so you don't have to worry about you wiping them off. When I was in the hospital, I actually did a live the day I went in the hospital. And of course, when you get to the hospital, they're not letting you take off your makeup and all that stuff. So that was on Wednesday night. And Friday, I finally was able to get up, and I asked for a washcloth to wash my face. And literally, my eyebrows were still on. So this stuff's good. I was like, oh, I can't believe they're still there. After laying in bed for a day and 2 days almost. Okay. Next, I'm going to go in with my 3-in-1 palette. You guys know how much I love this. Love it. It's one of my favorite products. You get the blush, the highlight, and the bronzer, all three in it. And you can actually use the bronzer, highlight, and blush all for eyeshadows too. So that's like one of my favorite things about this palette. Hi Nikki, how are you? So I'm going to dip in the bronzer, and I just put a little bit. And then I find where my cheekbone is, like you can feel it, and I just go right underneath it in that little hole. And then I just kind of chisel that out a little bit. And that's going to help you lose a few pounds too. And with me being on prednisone, I need to feel like I keep gaining. But, oh well. Gotta do it. So if you guys are watching and I continuously get chubbier and chubbier and chubbier, I'm on a butt ton of prednisone. So just deal with my chubbiness for a while, please. But I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera, but it really is going to help chisel that out a little bit. And you don't want it like a big, you know what I mean? You don't want it, you just want, and when you're doing it, I kind of get the makeup here on the corner edges. That way when I'm doing like this, it's actually pushing up against my cheekbone, and that way it stays in that hole. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. But see how it chisels that out? And that's how I like to do it. And I just go from my ear. You can come all the way, but I try to stay even with my end of my eyebrow or 2 fingers away from my lips. That's kind of how but we all have different face shapes. So if that don't work for you, just play with it until you figure out what you want. And I have a pretty big forehead because I've got this cowlick where my hair just kind of, so I go all the way across on my forehead. If you've got a small forehead, just do your temples, okay? Because that when you're doing your temples, it'll open up your forehead. But where you come across right here, it's going to help it shrink a little bit. And then if you have like a double chin or anything like that, you can actually use bronzer there too. You can do it however you want to do it. But anywhere you want to, what's the word? I'm losing words. Anywhere that you want to sink in on your face, you're going to put the bronzer. Anything that you want to pop out, you're going to put the highlighter. So maybe that helped. Maybe. I That's always one of my favorite tips, because anything, you want to highlight what you want to show forward, and you want to bronze what you want to sink. All right, so I go right above the bronzer with my blush. And I've used to leave my blush over this way too, but I like bringing it in just a little bit because my foundation makes me so white that I like to just add that little bit of color closer. So I've been doing that. But you don't want to put it like up here, you know what I mean? And I don't smile like big into it, because then you're putting it up higher, and then when you drop, your face drops, so then your blush is really low. So I try to just keep a straight face when I'm doing it. That's just my 2 cents. All right, I've got a little fan brush. I think this come out of a Neutrogena, because I don't have a fan brush yet. And I just put that in the highlight, and then I just kind of tap it. And I don't put a lot because I'm not 15. But some days I do. I don't care. Some days I'm like, I feel fancy. So, why not? And if you want a little snow bunny look or anything, you just go ahead and do your thing, girl. Thank you, Nikki. I feel rough, but all right. I'm feeling better. Just got to get through it, right? Okay, I'm still drinking coffee, y'all. I've been working on this big cup all day, though. I keep reheating it. All right, so next is the eyeshadow. This is our Iconic palette. Love it. I love all 3 of them. But this one has some, a little bit of neutral, a little bit of pop, a little bit of shimmer. I mean, it's got a little bit of everything. So if you're looking for different shadows, I think this would probably be the smaller one of the 2 that's gonna be what you want. Okay. I got a piece of skin on my lip and it is driving me crazy. All right, so I'm gonna go in first with the shade. Let me see, I don't know if it's a little bit too, let me find something else. That one's just a little bit too shimmery. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the Wanderlust palette. That's this one. And I'm going to get my base color out of it. And the actual shade is called Base. So I'm just going to grab that one out of that. Yay! I can't wait for you to get it. I think they're out there pushing. I think it's an airplane. I can't tell what it is. Sound like a snow plow coming through. I'll have to keep an eye on that, Nikki, and message you when you get it, because I'm excited for you. I love this stuff. And it all smells so good. Like, it smells like clean. It don't smell like cosmetics because it don't have all the chemicals in it. It's so good. Okay, so I just did that to kind of brighten my eye up before I went in with my shades. So I'm going to go in with the shade Struggle first. Struggle, what a name. But we're going to go in with that one first. And I'm just going to use that for like a transition color. I'm going to tap it off. And I always go just a little bit higher than my crease right here because I have hooded eyes. So when I open, see how that disappears? All this. If you have that, then you want to go a little bit above that crease. And what you're basically doing is making another crease. You're faking it. So that's what I'm doing. And then that way, when you have your eyes open, see how you can still see it? And you won't miss out on that color. And when I do it, I try to just blend it right here, and I don't really add much down here because I like to keep my lid color more brighter. And that's one way I make my eyes look bigger. And I just like to do little rainbows. That's all I do. And see how pretty that is. I just tap it off, and then I keep going back and I build. I try to start light and work my way up, because it's a whole lot easier than if you get too much and then you try to blend it out. So that's how I try to do it when I can. And did you guys see, I'm talking like crazy, y'all. I'm on prednisone and I'm just... On Monday, we launched false lashes. We've got false lashes now. So I should have some coming. I've never worn them, ever. So it'll be fun, y'all trying to learn with me. But I'm excited. I'm excited to try them. I got the ones, they're called Keep It Cool. And they're like a pretty natural lash. So I'm excited just to give them a try and see what they look like. But we've got 6 different ones to choose from. 3 are pretty natural looking. And then we've got more that are like, woo. So I figured I'd start out gentle and work my way up. But I'm excited to try them. And I'm just taking an angled brush and putting that same shade and just kind of going under my eyeliner with it, or my eyelid with it. And then we've got some new liquid eyeshadows. Those sold out in like 20 minutes, y'all. Not kidding, 20 minutes. So they're supposed to be back in stock soon, hopefully. And I'm gonna have to snatch them up quickly. At least one of them. There's one called, what was it? Hawaiian Bronze, I think is the name of it. And oh my goodness, it's pretty. But I love browns. I'm a brown, I love browns. So, and I was on that night and I didn't put it in my cart quick enough. And then I went back and it was already gone. I was like, dang it, man. Dang it, dang it, dang it. So, yeah. What can you do? I missed out. But, all right, so I'm trying to figure out. I think I'm going to go. I don't know what I want to do. I think I'm going to go with this. It's called Passion. This one right here. And we'll see what it looks like without any wetness. Because if you really want like a shimmer to pop on your eye, you can take some setting spray like this one and spray your brush and then dip it. And that's going to make that color like really, really pop. But this one's popping pretty good on its own. So, isn't that pretty? Can you guys see it? And then I always kind of go back with the first transition color and then go back. I just got to play with it a little bit. Okay, and then you can take a darker shade if you want. I'm trying to, y'all like that one? Let's try it. We'll play and see what we get. I don't know if I want that color though on the outer. Or we could do a darker color on the outside. I think we might do that. Go in with this one and just kind of darken it up over here. And you could actually just do the pink like during the day, and then say you get home from work and you're getting ready to go out to eat or something and want to darken it up a little bit, then just add that to the corner And that's going to change the whole look. See how different that is? Just that little bit. And I always do like that. So it gives it like a sharper line, and then I just pull it. It almost gives you like a wing without the actual liner. This isn't rose spray, Laura. It's just like setting spray. So it like sets your makeup. You spray it on when you get done, but you can use any of them. Or actually, you could, I don't know how well water would work. I don't know if it would like help it actually stay there, you know what I mean? So I don't know if I would suggest that or not. Alright, so I'm going to add a little bit more of that shimmer back, just in case I lost it a little bit. And I just keep kind of playing with it until I get it the way I want and blend it the way I want. I think eyeshadow is the one, it's the one thing that takes me a while. Alright, and then you can go in with a liquid liner or pencil or whatever. I've got both, so what I'm going to do is try to do like a really thin line. These are liquid ink liners, and they are so easy to use. You just shake them, and then I literally like lay the brush right up along my eye. That's all I do. Yeah, it does. It does. And it's still soft, but it's not, and I'd like it like, you know, during the day at work or whatever, just do the pink. And then like if you're going out at night, just put the other color on there. And then I just literally lay these. I have always been afraid of ink liners until I tried this one. And I'm not good with wings because of my hoods, you know. I need to practice on those. Then if you start to feel it get dry, you just shake it up a little bit. Which I like because you don't have to worry about it coming out too fast. I think that happens with a lot of ink liners. And then you mess up, and it's not really your fault. It's just that so much product is coming out and you can't control it, you know. So I love these things, and they come in all kinds of colors too. I just got the black one. I'll try to do just a little bitty wing right there on the edge. Why not? Not a lot. Okay. See? That really perks it up some too. And then I'll go in with my, let me make sure this is brown or black. The black one and the green one always throw me off. They look alike. Okay, so I'm just going to go in with the pencil and do my bottom lash line, waterline. And I only go about halfway, because when you're going all the way, you're really closing your eye off. And like I said, I love my eyes to look bigger, so I just always go halfway. And then you can take a white liner and do the corners. And that's going to help open them up too. I even kind of like blend them in the middle so that they kind of go together a little bit. Just like that. It almost makes you look like a doll. Like the Halloween look. Alright, and then if you go back in, you can go with, let me see. I think I'm going to use that shade. Idol. I love this palette. This white one right here. And I'm going to put just a little bitty bit right up here on my eyebrow. Well, under my eyebrow, not on the eyebrow. And a little bit right here on the corner. And what that's going to do is make your eye pop. See the difference in this one and that one? So you can really like glam it up after you get the basics if you wanted to. See? Iconic. It's the pink one. Yeah, the pink. Let's see if I can get it close for you. There you go. Now that bottom one, the dark one on the bottom, it says black truffle, but for some reason in the pan it always looks green. But that's what I have on. That's what I put on. So it's got like, it's called black truffle, but it's got like a little bit of a hunter green look to it. But no. And then this one is the glamour, or the glam up, and it's got a black too, but there's 3 different ones to choose from, and I love them all. I love it all. I love it all. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to use my 3D mascara today. Actually, I'm going to use the Zen, because, Nikki, I know you got it the other day. I want to show it to you. Let me pull out my new one. I have one, but I've used it since May, so I was just looking at it before I come live. I need to open that bad boy up. Alright. This is my favorite. I love our Zen mascara. Alright. And if you notice, the brush is like a silicone brush. So it's like a plastic. It's not like a fiber. Which I find interesting. It took me a little while to get used to it, but now I love it. Look at that. You're going to love it. I promise you'll love it. And it's like $8.90. I get going on my lashes, and I could just put more and more and more and more. They're pretty. And it doesn't make your lashes like hard and flaky and all that stuff either, which I like, because I don't like when you rub your eyes and then like your mascara's coming off. Yeah. I love it. I can't wait till you get yours. If I can just do this without poking my eye out. I get going too fast, and then See? Isn't that crazy? I love it, love it, love it, love it. Like I said, I could just keep going back and forth because I try to just use the tip to separate my eyelashes and then go back. Look. I hope you guys can't see my nose. Where I was in the hospital, I had that NG tube in my nose, and it's left, well, I got like a cut almost there. But it always does it, and it takes a while for it to heal, and it drives me crazy. Okay. So there's my eyes. I feel like I'm all up on you. That ain't blended real good right there, but you get the point. You get the point. All right, and now I'm gonna go in. I don't know if I want more blush. See, from here it looks good, but then on the front I feel like I'm not got enough color. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the lip liner in the shade 226. It's like a berry color. I've got the weirdest lips at the bottom. I guess where it's so big. I got a big lip. I'll just drop my lid. All right, and then this is the shade Mauve Pink, I think. Yeah. And these liquid lipsticks will stay on like for days if you, like up to 8 hours, I think is what they say. But I've put them on my hand and they won't come off unless you actually use a makeup wipe. I've washed dishes, they've stayed, so they stay. And then you can blend it together if you need to. Some people like that sharper look, and others don't. It's just whatever your preference is. And they are matte. You can get like a lip gloss or whatever if you wanted to shine it up. I used to like the shimmery, but I think I'm really starting to turn into a matte girl. I kind of like the matte. And another thing, if you let it dry, then you can take the highlight and kind of just, or you can put some concealer in the bottom middle and that kind of lighten it up too. So it's just preference on what you want. But that's that. I always make a mess. But you don't want to drink or anything until it dries. That's the trick. But then it won't come off, I promise. Like on your cups, on your mask, none of that. It won't move. So, and right now, nobody's seeing our lips. So, but those have been my go-to products, because especially with the mask, because a regular lipstick's just not going to stay on there like that. We do have some lip glosses, but I'm just not real big. I'm not big on lip gloss. So, And we do have a lip plumper too. I guess you could use the lip plumper. Let's try it. Let's try it. Why not? I ain't going anywhere. I don't really need plumper lips, but see, I give it a little shine. And this stuff smells just like peppermint. It smells so good. Okay, so that's that. A little bit of shimmer. And let me see. I'm still looking at my cheeks. I think I need more pink. I need some more pink. I think it's the light. Just makes it look brighter. Okay, now I'm gonna take, this is the time lock. We have a time lock and then we have a B-Fit. The B-Fit, if you're gonna work out or sweat or anything like that, this one is more sturdier as far as that goes. But the time lock really holds good too, so. And I think they cost about the same, just depending on your preference on what you want. All right, so I'm holding my hair back. Spray it on, and it feels so good. And then I take my little feint. I feel like a brand new girl, y'all. Probably look like one, too. What is today? Wednesday. I am gonna be back tomorrow. I'm trying to get on a routine, which has been horribly awful at trying, but I'm trying. But somewhere between 10 and noon. And I'm trying to announce it if I'm not going to be on time. So that way you guys can watch. And if you guys would share this over to your page, that would help me too. I'd appreciate that. I think, as a matter of fact, today's the 3rd. So anybody that shares my videos for the month, I'm going to put y'all in a raffle. And then at the end of the month, I'll do like a goodie bag giveaway type thing. So just comment that you gave me a hug, #hug, down in the comments if you share. And then that way I know that you shared it and I can put it in there. Okay? Sounds good. All right. So there's today's look. That turned out pretty. I love pinks. But yeah, thank y'all for watching, and let me know if you need anything. My link is down there, and it also has like my Instagram, my YouTube, my TikTok, the catalog. I've got all of my links down in that one website, so it's just easier to navigate that way. But if you ever have any questions, just shoot me a message and I'm available. Okay? All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.